Good evening, everybody, and welcome in to Nightcap with RhinoMan. I'm your host, Tom, aka RhinoMan, and tonight's show is going to be a fantastic one. Hey, we have this guest in here that has got 60K in views in 1 month. 4 videos, 60K in views. Hey, you may say to yourself, hey, that's not really much, but they only have 4K in subscribers. So we're going to find out how they did it, and we're going to talk to them in a minute. But first, as I do, I got 3 questions for you. Today's question is, what do you do that no one else does? Think about it. What can you do that no one else does? Figure that out, and you have something on your hands. Question number 2. What are you? Are you a morning person, afternoon, evening, late evening person? I want to know, what kind of person are you? Are you early morning? Me, I get up at 3:30 every morning, regardless if I'm driving down to work or not. So that's question number 2. And question number 3, what is your thought on puppets? What is your thought on puppets? Let me know in the chat. Let me know in the comments below. Really appreciate it. Okay, today's channel supporter. As you see the banner going across the bottom, Big T Slots. Big T Slots set up an event for us at Rampart Casino. Not only did he do that, but he also introduced me to the manager of Rampart Casino. And the manager of Rampart Casino, or one of the managers of Rampart Casino, agreed to do an interview here on RhinoMan Slots. So I'll be scheduling that, and he'll be on soon. Big T Slots, channel supporter. Can't beat that. Thank you, Vic T. Anyway, let's see who's in the chat today. I saw Sister Yoshi, of course. Thank you, Sister Yoshi. TL Slots, he's the first one in all the time. Up in our way. Thank you. Gambling Granny, thank you for coming in. Really appreciate it. Thank you. Preston Thomas, hello. How are you doing? Kino Kid, Kino Candy. Got to reach out to you guys because I know you guys will be on the show. Bex Bet, she was on last night. Hey, wonderful guest, wonderful guest. I enjoyed that interview very much. The Slot Ripper, thank you for coming in, bro. Really appreciate it. Mama Yoshi, Robert Kozinski, thank you for coming in. Slot Exotic, hey, they're going to be on an upcoming show in the next week or two. We have something booked with them. It's going to be fantastic. Stacey's Slot Channel, thank you for coming in. And let's see who else. The Closet Scratcher, thank you for coming in. Yoange is here, of course. Thank you for coming in, Yoange. Really appreciate it. James Coupler, thank you. Oklahoma Casino Review. I'm still working on it, bro. I have a lot to do before I could commit, but looking forward to that June event. If I could get there, it'll be for my birthday. I'm going to try and talk not Mrs. RhinoMan into getting out there for that trip. Gamblers Unknown, thanks for coming in, bro. I really appreciate it. I know what's going on, so I really appreciate you stopping in. Anyway, guys, let's get our guest on the show. We're going to have a lot of questions, and I want you guys to ask questions as well. But, hey, let's bring them in.
Well, hello, everybody. Enriquez, he's right here. He just had to get his beer. You know how it goes.
Hi, everyone. How's it going?
Hello.
So, up and our way.
Yes. I'm Melissa.
And behind the camera, it's Enrique.
Enrique. Hey, I was just telling Melissa that I wanted to have a michelada today. My icebreaker broke down. My ice maker broke down, so I'm just stuck with regular old Corona. Poor me.
Well, check it out.
Cheers.
Cheers. This segment of RhinoMan Slots was brought to you by no other than Corona Premier. La cerveza.
I love it. Hey, Corona, if you're listening, every show I'm sipping on one of your beers. So, hey, that's right. Come on. Do what you got to do.
Yeah, it hasn't worked for us with Modelo yet, but we'll get there, right?
Hey, sooner or later. Hey, probably sooner for you guys than later for sure. Okay, guys, let's just jump right in. Let me ask you a couple of questions about yourself first. Okay. Introduce yourself. Tell everybody your names if you want to, or your stage names. And just tell them, what you do.
Yeah, so I'm Melissa. He's Enrique, and we have been married for 25 years, just this last December.
Her stage name is Candy or Bambi, depending.
Well, Candy might be in here. Kino's in here. Candy's in here. So, yes, no, I don't have a stage name, but we live in Ventura County, California. And we've been going to Vegas every 2 weeks for the last, I don't know, not quite a year, but we love Vegas. We've always loved Vegas. And
well, we used to go to Vegas 4 to 6 times a year, right? For the first like 24 years.
Yeah.
And then the last year, we just stepped it up to
1 million times a year.
Okay, so that's a good point, because I used to be exactly like you. I used to go 3 times, 4 times a year with a few buddies. We would make it like a quarterly trip and go. Once I started doing my channel, oh my God, I was there like every other weekend, every weekend. Is that the same for you guys once you started your channel, or was it prior to that?
It was sort of when we started live streaming and took that part up, because we had our channel for a while before we started the live streaming. And when we discovered it and discovered how much we like it and that people actually like to watch us, then it was kind of like, we got a little something going on here. Let's just try to pursue it as much as we can. And, you know, we're in a place in our lives. Our kids are grown. We have a son that just turned 21 yesterday. That's our youngest. And our oldest turns 25 on Friday. So we don't have like responsibilities other than work. We have full-time jobs, but we don't have something at home keeping us here. So we're like, let's just try it out and try to go. We gamble enough to get free rooms. So it's not that expensive. It's just gas money, which I guess, you know, that is quite expensive right now. But
now you're going to have to start flying. Real quick, Scotty H-Town, thank you for coming in. Chris and Lou Slots, thank you for being here. Really appreciate it. Sorry if I missed anybody else, but so the gas, you're going to have to start flying.
Yeah, I'll just go out to Burbank and use some of my Southwest points.
We have plenty of Southwest points. So,
okay, now that you mentioned points, and we know where you're from, I personally thought you guys were in Vegas because of all of the live streams and the time that you spend on the live streams. Doris, thank you for coming in. So now that you mentioned points, why did you start your channel, or what did you want your channel to be when you started out?
Yeah, so right before 2020, I think it was like December of 2019, I learned about this thing called travel hacking. And so that's where you accumulate a ton of points and miles through credit card sign-up bonuses. So I'm not recommending it for everybody. You have to be extremely disciplined with your credit and pay off your statement balance every single month and know what you're doing with it. But it was
sorry for one moment. You're talking to gamblers, so I think the combined credit scores is about 440 or something like that. So don't worry about the credit card points, guys. We know we're all gamblers.
Yeah, we're gamblers too, but not we're low rollers. And I have an accounting degree, so I'm kind of like a finance nerd. And so when I saw this, I'm like, wait a second, I can travel for free just by like using my credit responsibly. And so yeah, right now we probably are sitting like on 300,000 Southwest miles and a companion pass, so we could easily fly to Vegas every 2 weeks if I wanted to. Would be okay. Anyway, that's what.
Juan Vasquez says my credit score is 2. Hey, bro. I think I got you by 1 actually, so maybe not. I would have to check, but
yeah. So anyway, to continue the story, I wanted to do a channel about that, like thinking, like that would be fun, and I can talk about travel and go to the, all these places. But work keeps me home. I can't travel far. I mean, I have to work. So it's not like I can take off and go to Hawaii every 2 weeks. But Vegas is close enough. So anyway, I was realizing that I really didn't have a lot of content I could talk about, and one thing I knew I could talk about was Vegas. So I think I did a video on the $20 trick, which I recently redid, and I made it a lot better. But that $20 trick one kind of got me into more like, let's do a Vegas vlog. We're gonna go to Vegas anyway. Let's try that out.
Do you guys believe that Melissa just said that she has nothing to say?
Real quick, you got plenty to say. But I love the $20 trick. The way that you do it, you sort of put the 20 on the counter, and if they're not going to give you the room, you slide it back or you slide it forward. Love that. Love that.
I know. I'm sneaky that way. And it's one of those things where like some people tell me like I'm so afraid to do it. I'm nervous. I get butterflies every time I do it just because like I don't know why. I don't know what they're gonna think of me, but if it gets me an upgrade, I don't care anymore.
The trick for Cosmo, and if you guys don't know it, even if you're getting free rooms comped at Cosmo and you want a better room, just ask them. You don't even have to do the $20 trick. Ask them, and they will give you a $20 or $25 upgrade automatically if you ask them and they have availability. So it does work, but if you drop that 20 down, I think the room will be a little bit better.
A little bit better. That's right. And a little money never hurts. It's just a tip, you know, nothing wrong with that.
And
so yeah, we just progressed to a Vegas channel.
Exactly. Unless you're going with Chumba and Chris and Lou, they always get the big suites there anyway.
Yeah, so, I'll have to just like sneak in with them and, you know, pretend I'm with the cool kids and maybe they'll give me a cool room.
Hey, Simon, thank you for coming in. Really appreciate it. Simon, it's a slot machines in the house.
Hi, Simon.
Hey, Simon.
Okay, so you were going to do the you know, the hacking, the travel hacking and everything. So what happened? Why didn't it go that way?
You know, we did a couple Vegas videos. I realized that I was not an expert in travel hacking, so my conversations around it were very limited. I didn't feel like I could really educate people. I learned pretty quickly that I'm a novice, even though now I've been doing it for a couple years, but there are people in that space who know way more than me. And I also found that it takes so much time to dedicate to research and keeping up with the trends. So for me to be able to share that information, I was going to have to be like online all the time trying to dig for that information. And we have busy jobs. I just didn't have time to like keep up with everything. I love doing it. I still do it, but it's not something I feel like I can commit to for a channel. And so that's kind of like where we always go to Vegas and we were just like vlogging it and coming up with ideas that way. And slowly but surely, it just kind of turned into a Vegas channel with other trips in between.
So Sister Yoshi brought in the $9.99 super chat. So happy to see up in our way. Yoshi family loves them.
Oh, we love the Yoshis too. Thank you so much for sending the super chat.
They adopted me on this last trip. They made me Rhino Yoshi, so along with a lot of other channels too.
We've adopted several people.
We have like 7 or 8 adopted kids through our channel as well.
So. I think they're all older than us too.
I think all but one are older than us. So
really, can you adopt me on your next trip out to Vegas? I'll be happy to go with you. You can swing by Ventura. You could take the 126. You know, shoot to the 5, right to the 14, pick me up on your way.
That's right. We go that way anyway. Easy peasy.
Hey, there you go. There you go. So I have a question for you. You're the travel hacking. Have you ever got into extreme couponing?
You know what? I have not. I don't know why, but I don't want a bunch of shampoos and deodorants. So it wasn't important to me. But I love travel. And so, okay, here's the thing. He's a cheapskate, okay? He's frugal. He's a cheapskate. So I love traveling, but I'm also like quite frugal. I don't want to spend a whole lot of money on travel. I think there's other important things, but to me, travel is important. I'd rather travel somewhere than have things. And so I would always try to find deals so that I could convince him. That's how I would convince him to go on vacation. Look at this great deal. Like, oh my God, we got to take it up. Let's do it. And so that's how to convince him. And so when I found this, it was kind of like, well, we're basically traveling for free or very, very cheap. So that was totally, and I was totally into that. But no, not couponing. No shampoos.
Okay. Kino Kid says, hashtag frugal Enrique for the win.
That frugal Enrique.
So nothing. Oklahoma Casino Review says nothing wrong with being a cheapskate. LOL.
Hey, I'll tell you what, it's worked for us so far.
Hey, Weddle Slots, thank you for coming in.
Hi, Weddle.
Okay, so you started there, you moved on to your channel. How long have you been up on your channel?
We started the channel. Our first upload was in September of 2020.
Okay. And how did that go?
It was very slow, very, very slow. We didn't know what we were doing. We weren't consistent. We, kind of just came up with ideas on the fly and just went with it. And I mean,
nothing was planned.
Nothing was
We
planned.
weren't really growing.
Yeah, it was very slow, very slow. And then I think, slowly but surely, we found our way into the Vegas YouTube community, and we started learning a little bit more and, watching. There's people out there also that produce videos on different things you can do to improve your channel, thumbnails, titles, tags, all those kind of things. And, but, it takes a lot. It takes a lot of time, patience, practice, and trying to really hone in on what you're good at, I guess. And so it was slow.
Okay. So you said a couple of things there. You said, I heard Enrique say no planning. You just did it whenever you could, no schedule, and you weren't growing. What changed? Because all of a sudden you guys blew up. And I say all of a sudden, but there was a lot of work behind that all of a sudden. It wasn't just like one night you went from this, you did a video and bam. But there was a turning point for you guys. Explain what that turning point was.
So we had done a couple of live streams before, like in Vegas, but we had, they were small. We did nothing spectacular. It was great for us to get out there and try it out. But there was one night last June where we were in Vegas. It was 117 degrees outside. And Enrique always checks like, oh, who's live in Vegas? And nobody was going live. Nobody was live. And he's like, we got to do it. I don't care how hot it is. We're going out there. And we went out there. And I think, Enrique says it best, like, we were the only option. So people were kind of forced to watch us, right? So I think we hit the recommendation page. And we did pretty well that night.
That was our first live stream where I think we had 560 people watching concurrent.
Wow.
And again, it was, excuse me, it was by default. They basically, people had no choice but to watch us two idiots trying to live stream Vegas, right?
That's a beautiful point, because as the question that I had in the beginning, what do you do that nobody else does? And you guys were out in 117 degree heat and nobody else was. So nobody had the option to watch a different channel streaming in Vegas. So you
and I think there was a couple of channels that tried to live stream that day. That one day that it was 170 degrees, but their phone overheated because of the temperature. Luckily, our phone did not heat up, so we were able to live stream. So I think part of it was luck that my phone didn't heat up, and then the fact that there was really no live streamers that day. And I think from there is when we turned the corner, where we had 560 people watching us concurrent, and then we started doing more live streams, and people came back, and there was something that they liked. Either they wanted to see us succeed, or maybe some of them wanted to see us fail. I don't know. But they were coming back to see what we said, right?
You had a good point there. What type of phone do you have?
It's an iPhone 12 Pro Max.
Okay, Apple, you got to sponsor them. They just said your
this
phone didn't overheat. So there you go. So making sure you have a good phone is an optimal thing for sure.
It's kind of hilarious because we have the phone, but then there are times that like we just don't buffer where other people might buffer. I mean, we do sometimes, but there are times like, whoa, you're not buffering in these areas. So it's always been the joke that he has a Telmex service.
Oh yeah, when they say what service provider, I always say Telmex. It's the service is outstanding, but it comes with 10 times the radiation. So we'll be growing a third ear here shortly.
Hey, you'll be the only one with a third ear. You can YouTube that. You'll probably take off.
That's too funny.
So you started doing it. You had 500 concurrent viewers at one time. Then what happened on your next stream?
That's when we hit 1,000 subscribers. It was like insane. Just
we hit the 4,000 viewing hours before we hit the 1,000 subscribers, right?
Right.
But then short thereafter, we hit the 1,000 subscribers. So everything was like kind of like one after the other.
and yeah, it was during our live stream, and we hit the 1,000 subscribers. So I don't know. There was like a weekend where I think we got like 600 subscribers. It was insanity.
That's insanity, and that reminds me of Yo Ange. I don't know if you follow
Yes.
her channel.
Actually,
Okay.
yes, I was going to mention it. We were commenting. We saw that live stream that she did after like a storm or something, and she did what what we would have done, except it was the different type of weather, and she went in hot and took advantage. And so, congrats, Yoanne.
And she had 1,000 concurrent viewers on that one stream, and I think that's when she hit her 1,000. I don't know how many subscribers she picked up on that particular one. Yoange, put the number in the chat if you remember it. But she hit her 1,000 subscribers at that mark. So you guys hit your 1,000 subscribers. On those lives that you were doing, were those some of your big lives, like your 4-hour lives, or did those come later?
I think that was the first time. Those were the first ones we actually kept going because it was so exciting and our adrenaline was going. So we probably did like maybe 4 hours, maybe 5 hours.
No, I think the first couple big ones were 4 hours.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and that was one of my next questions. Did you guys intend when you went out that first day in the 117-degree heat to do a 4-hour live stream, or was it just something you felt comfortable, you just kept going, and it was
not. Like, I think like the prior live streams we were doing like an hour, 2 hours max, but with this one we hit it was like 560 people watching. So Melissa and we looked at each other and we're like, 560 people are watching us. We were excited, but then at the same time we're like, oh shit, 560 people are watching, right? So it was kind of excitement, but then nerve-wracking too. And that kind of gave us that push to keep on going.
Yeah, that's crazy. Oh, wow. So you gained 500 subs that day. Woo.
Yeah, January 29th. She's like 1,820 now. Congrats, Yoanne.
Congrats, Yoanne.
Hey, Anonymous is in the house. Thank you for coming in. I don't know who you are, but you're anonymous.
He's anonymous. Hi, Anonymous.
Yeah, he's anonymous. We call him Bones, though. So anyway, guys, so you did those. What happened after that? Did you continue to go? Did you change your mindset? Did something else happen that made you keep doing those long live streams?
I think it was just like, wow, okay, something's working for us. I mean, we weren't always hitting, the 500 concurrent viewers, but, we were like, this is something special that I think we got to continue doing. And we were having so much fun doing it. I never realized how much fun live streaming would be. For us, it's like just chatting with the people in there. Usually he has the gimbal and the camera, and I have my phone in hand and I'm reading the chats, and we're just like going back and forth with the viewers. And we're just having, it's like being with a bunch of friends on the Strip or in Fremont and just laughing and joking and having a great time. So we're like, why not continue it as long as we're enjoying it?
I see there's somebody, the Closet Scratcher says that she was glad that they had 20 people in her live. Our very first live stream, we had 18 people in our live stream. So 20 people, you just got to keep on chopping away, because our very first live stream was 18 people max.
But I do want to touch on that real quick, because everybody in this chat, they have channels, they watch channels, and the magnitude of what you said, you had 500 concurrent subscribers or concurrent viewers watching your channel, but you had less than 1,000 subscribers.
Yeah, I think we were at 600.
That feat right there is amazing. Just to know it, and I'm just going to jump forward a little bit. Over the past month, you've had 60K in views on your channel, and you only have 4,000 subs.
Yeah.
Or 4,422, I believe it is, somewhere right around there.
4,410. You know these things when you're a small channel, right?
Right. But to have 60K in views from only 4 videos, That's amazing, and congratulations on that. You guys are doing a fantastic job. That's
Thank
why
you.
everybody's tuned in now. They want to know what the secret is. So
We want to know too. I know.
You know,
I know.
the secret lies on the secret formula. And if you act now, but wait, there's more.
click the link below. You could
Drop
join
a
his
super
seminar.
chat.
He's going live every Saturday at the Hilton in the ballroom. He'll give you all the secrets you need.
That's right.
You know what, Rhino Man, and then whoever's watching. I think the secret is you gotta hustle. You gotta want it. You gotta work hard. Consistency, planning. The reason I say that, just real quick, is, for example, we're gonna go to Vegas this weekend. We're gonna be live streaming Friday and Saturday, right? So tomorrow we're gonna wake up at 5 a.m., get ready, work at our normal day jobs, come home, drive to Vegas tomorrow night, sleep, wake up on Friday morning, work remotely all day in Vegas, and then afterwards we're gonna do a 6-hour live on Friday night.
What time should I be ready?
About 6-ish.
Oh, okay.
Usually it's around 6-ish. That we never have like a set time.
Now he's committing to 6 hours. Man, what happened to the 4 hours?
But then,
5 hours?
so this is Friday night, right? Then on Saturday we wake up, have breakfast. We'll be doing some filming, because what we do is one weekend we live stream, and then the next weekend we post a video that we record during that week that we were in Vegas. That way there's something every week, right? Whether it's a live stream or a video. So then on Saturday we wake up, breakfast, film, and then Saturday night we do another 6 hours of live streaming. So my point is that the secret is that you gotta hustle and put in the time and the hours, right? It's not gonna, at least for us,
it's not gonna fall in your lap for sure. Straight up slots, thank you for the $1.99 super chat. Hello guys.
How are you guys?
Cha-ching, you guys rock.
Cha-ching, Miss Blaine thing.
So not Mrs. Rhino said she vetoed the idea. Vegas Rhino Man? She question mark. Yeah. I don't know. We'll
that's
see,
the thing too. I mean, it's not, not everybody can go to Vegas every 2 weeks, and we're very fortunate that we can do that. And it's I know, Rhino Man, we're gonna like just hang out and do some gambling with you sometime. Yeah, it'll be a lot of fun. Exactly. We do love to gamble.
I'm gonna hang out with you guys and do the walk on Fremont Street and everything. Okay, so you guys did the lives. You started just live streaming, walking around, and how did you improve on that? Because that was early on, and now you guys are starting to do it more. Yeah. What did you do to improve on it?
So I don't know that I can say we did anything to improve the live streams, other than, just naturally we started we have little catchphrases, and it wasn't anything inorganic, but whenever when we're gambling, because we'll take the live stream into the casino, we'll play, and he always has to say it.
Oh, like when we're playing slots, and if I hit the bonus, I usually tend to say, bet big, win big, and people like that, right? Or what kind of chicken shit is that? So it's stuff that not knowing.
I love those sayings, and I can't wait. You guys need to put them on shirts, and if you need logos or something, Gamblers Unknown will be more than happy to help you guys out. Tracy J, thank you for the $4.99.
Hey, Tracy J, she's one of our members.
The real deal.
One of our members, and she's always there commenting on our live streams and videos. So
yes, love you, Tracy
J. Shout out to you.
She's the real deal too.
Chris the cook says, "What kind of chicken shit?"
That's right. What kind of chicken shit is that?
So,
but okay. Rhino Man, just real quick. The other thing that we also learn is, okay, where are the weak signals in Vegas? We walked those streets up and down hours and hours out. Now we know where to avoid or where to walk fast so you don't buffer.
You buffer.
The other thing is also like the basic stuff, right? Like I've seen and learning from other live streamers where they're live streaming and you can tell that the lens of the camera is super dirty, greasy. So the basic stuff is like before you live stream, you clean your camera lens, right? You turn off your Wi-Fi. So because otherwise, if your Wi-Fi is on, your phone is always trying to pick up Wi-Fi from all the hotels, and that will make yourself buffer, right? So it's a lot of stuff is just learning on the fly and having a checklist of, okay, my phone's clean, my Wi-Fi's off, the gimbal's balanced, everything's charged. You know, it's
I went to the bathroom.
Yeah.
Hey,
don't eat before a live stream.
Funny story. You mentioned that one of my first live streams, I was at Harris SoCal by myself doing a live stream. I was playing slots, drinking Corona. Hey, I had to go to the bathroom. Had nobody to leave my camera with, so I went into the restroom with my camera, set it on the counter, did my business. Hey, it's out there. You can watch one of my first live streams.
I love it.
Funny. I got so much for that. Then to follow that up, I had another live stream. I think it was an interview. I had to go back into the restroom again. I think it was my daughter's thing, and I had earbuds on. So I let my daughter use the camera and walk it around. However, I forgot I had the earbuds on. So when I went to the bathroom, people could hear. It's all bad.
It's
but
terrifying. We invested in some wireless mics. So we got these wireless Rode wireless Goes. And so when we're live streaming, I'm terrified that I'm going to forget to turn it off before I go into the bathroom. So I have to be very careful.
Actually, that was another thing, right? That, you know, we get super chats or we get stuff from the AdSense, and we've invested back into the channel where we have like the gimbal, we bought a drone, we bought the mics, we bought a nice camera with a nice lens. So again, we're just trying to bring a better quality to the people that join us.
Definitely.
And then we also introduced, like recently we brought in a puppet, right? And Melissa thought that I was crazy. It's like, a puppet, and people seem to like that puppet. So now they're asking for the puppet during the live streams, right?
We're going to talk about the puppet in a minute. Seeking Vegas Sunrise, thank you for coming in. We also have John Ferreira come in.
No,
not John Ferreira.
Come on, man.
And I saw earlier that Chris Cook said this episode of Up and Our Way is not brought to you by Modelo.
Exactly. I saw that as well.
Oh man.
So
Juan Vasquez, God, all the peeps are in here. Welcome, you guys.
Welcome, everyone.
See you.
Really appreciate it. So here's the other thing. I know I talked to you guys yesterday, and do you guys plan your live streams? Do you plan now?
Not the
live stream.
I guess the only thing that we plan for the live streams is on Fridays is usually the Strip, and on Saturdays is usually Fremont. And sometimes Saturday is Fremont/Strip, which we call it the 2-for special.
Okay.
What we do plan is the videos that we release on the off week when we're not live streaming.
Okay.
So we do script those out. We started scripting them probably about 6-7 videos ago. And we found that it's easier to edit because you're filming what you need to splice the video together. It's a lot easier. And then we've seen the dramatic spike in views on those videos that we started recording, and it was basically having a script versus just kind of
winging it,
because then you're trying to put something together with whatever footage you do have, and sometimes it's not as good as kind of scripting out and making sure that you have everything recorded to put something together.
Well, that's kind of the thing too, right? When we were first doing Vegas, we were doing a lot of vlogging, and we suck at it. I mean, quite frankly, we were terrible about getting video of ourselves to put together.
We would not record like the good stuff, and we would just record kind of like, oh, we haven't recorded in hours. Let's put something together, but we missed half the day of worth of vlogging. Right?
Like I know SVS is in here, and SVS, they put together great vlogs, and they're always recording themselves. So if you're not already not following and subscribed to Seeking Vegas Sunrise, make sure to do that.
Hey, definitely. If Sister Yoshi could drop her link, I'd really appreciate that. Melody61, thank you for coming in. You know, so that was one of the things. I don't know if you guys got a chance to see it yet, but after the interview, go over and check out Yoshi Slots. He did a vlog of Vegas today that we took on he took, but he edited that thing together so well because he planned it out. This part, the travel, and like you were saying, the editing. So it came across flawlessly because he had a plan of how he was going to do it, and he filmed certain clips along the way. so that way it was easier to put together. And that's a tip for anybody that's looking to do a vlog channel. Like Enrique said, script it out so you know what you're filming at what time, so it'll be a lot easier to do that. That's a great tip, guys.
Definitely.
Yeah.
So live streams, let's talk real quick before I get there. You guys are monetized. You have 4K in subscribers. Your videos are getting monstrous views. Your lives are getting monstrous views. But yet all of your lives, you're not making any money on because they're demonetized.
Right.
Yeah.
The copyrights, we get tons of copyright strikes. But during the live streams, we get, I guess the monetization comes from the super chats, super stickers, people donating via super chats.
Yeah.
And we have some nights where it's like really good nights where it does pay for the trip. But we don't get a single penny from the views of the live streams. We do get them from the videos that we release, like on the off week, but not from the actual views of the live stream. Yeah. But we don't mind because it's, as we were saying last night, is that it's free advertisement, right? To have on the last live stream that we did for Fremont Street, we had 20,000 views. We had, I think, like 970 likes. It was
800 concurrent viewers.
We had 800 concurrent viewers at one point. So
our biggest stream.
So people might say like, oh, why even live stream if you're not going to get monetized? But you got to look at why you should live stream, right? Because of the other stuff that you are getting. You're getting free exposure. Your channel's growing, and then the super chats that does pay for we call it the gas fund, right? Now that gas is so expensive.
Exactly. But those lives are fun, especially the ones on Fremont Street, because you get to see. There's a saying, the freaks come out at night, and usually on Fremont Street, they're all there for sure.
He gets a lot of compliments on his camera work. So.
Oh, because I'll show the showgirls. Down Fremont Street, you have tons of showgirls. So yeah, I don't discriminate. I'll show the showgirls and the show guys. There's also a lot of guys there that are buff, muscular. Then there's also one or two that they're not so buff, not muscular, but they're still out there in their Pampers or diapers.
Hey,
there's a little bit of
me next week if I don't win. So
I'll be asking for money. You'll get your little circle,
Yeah, exactly. That little circle. So when we're watching your streams, we get the cameraman's point of view.
Yeah. Okay. And that's usually me. I like to be behind the camera. One thing that I share with RhinoMan is that I'm shy. I am introvert. I don't have any social medias, no Facebook, no Instagram, TikTok. I've never had it. The only social media that I have is the YouTube channel, and that's just because Melissa created that and she kind of dragged me into it. But other than that, I like to be behind the camera.
Yeah, this is hard for me. Even asked before getting on. He's like, "Can I just sit over here?"
Yeah, I was trying to sit over there. He's like, "No, get your ass over here." It's like, okay.
So Sister Yoshi wants to know, how often do you go to Vegas? And James Spitzer, thank you for coming in. James Spitzer, cash out. G-string guy, that's not that I was looking. Yeah, we know, James.
So we go to Vegas every 2 weeks, Sister Yoshi.
That's been our schedule. We've been trying to get out there every 2 weeks, with some exceptions, of course.
Sometimes we go 3 straight weeks.
We did. We just went 3 straight weekends in a row, and it wasn't all for live streaming, but we had our normal weekend, the Keno wedding, and then our normal weekend. So it was a lot.
Okay.
And then going back to like what have we done or improved? And it's kind of like the sayings, the lines when you're playing slots. We talked about bet big, win big. Not the infomercials, but the commercials, right? That this segment of Up and Away, right? For some reason, people like that. Or like we also do like the let's pause for station identification. This is UUOW, owned and operated by Melissa and Enrique, transmitted live from the streets of Las Vegas. People like that type of stuff. It's kind of dorky. We're nerds, but some people like it, right?
Hey, I love it, guys. I love it. The Good Life 88 is in the house. Thank you for coming in.
Hello.
So you do that stuff. Where's the puppet at? Is the puppet nearby?
What puppet?
What puppet? We don't have.
So there's a joke that we don't know what puppet you guys are talking about, even though people see the puppet and there's a puppet emoji. Every time somebody asks for it, it's like, what puppet? There's no puppet.
What puppet?
What are you talking about?
Yeah.
Well,
There's no puppet. Let's see. Solomon Fella. Enrique and Alicia have something special that keeps us coming back for more since day one. Personality and the booty cam rocks. So
all about the booty cam. Salmon Fella, how are you? Salmon Fella, we call him our OG. I think he may have been on one of our first live streams when we had like 20 people in there. So he's awesome. One of our OGs. Yeah. What's up, Salmon Fella?
That is awesome. So I want to ask you, what would you give? What kind of advice would you give somebody that wants to start out doing something similar to what you guys are doing?
I would say you might want to just pause before jumping in. Just kind of try to figure out what you want to do, but at the same time, don't overthink it to the point where you don't start your channel, because
we did.
I think we kind of did, and then we ended up changing it anyway. So it's sort of like, just do it. I had been talking about doing something like this for like a year. I want to do something, and I need to get this, all this talking energy out of me.
Yeah. And so needless to say, she's the one that does 99% of the talking, and every once in a while, I'll get in a couple words. I'm a man of few words, but yeah.
But
anyway, so yeah, I think
do all the sponsor breaks and all the announcements. So that's all good.
He's actually the funny one. But anyway, so yeah, I think that try to just think about your approach to it and who your audience is going to be. What are you going to be talking about? Who your audience is going to be, and is this something that your audience is going to enjoy? Our audience is like 75% male in the 35 to 55-year-old range. And guess what? They like booty. So when we're out in Fremont Street, he's getting the booty. I have no problem with it. It's fun.
Who doesn't like booty? James
Even
Spencer
the girls can appreciate it.
Yeah.
Right? James Spencer wants to know, will you be in Vegas this weekend? DJ Starman 69. What's up, RhinoMan? Just dropped in for a few. Thank you very much, DJ Starman. Vegas to Cali is in the house. That's a pinata.
Yeah, she's one of our adopted daughters.
Yes, she's our adopted daughter.
Hi, Steph.
Hi, Steph.
So,
it's piñata. That's right, Steph.
But
piñata.
I guess the other thing is start your YouTube channel. If it doesn't work out, then you don't be stubborn, evolve, change it, modify it. And then once I guess staying on the once right? So we've met Gambling Granny and Dice, and last year during Granny Fest, we spent about 5 hours with them.
Oh, that was like before Granny Fest. It was before our channel. Like we even did the live stream.
That was before Granny Fest. Yeah. I think it was like during us
it was before our live streams really took off. So it must have been like April-ish.
But they basically told us that they had met with a big YouTube channel and they asked for suggestions what to do, right? And that big YouTube channel told them, I can't tell you what that is, but once you'll know, you'll find it, you'll know. And once you find it, then basically strike with the iron saw, pedal to the metal, don't let it go, right? So Gambling Granny and Dice told us the same thing. It's like, we can't tell you what that is going to be, but you will know. And once you know, then just dive in and don't let it go. And I think for us, it was the live streams. That was like we knew that there was something there and we weren't going to let it go. One, because we enjoy it. The longest live stream we did was 6.5 hours. That's and awesome. It does not feel like 6.5 hours. And if you know our live streams, we don't sit down to eat for 2 hours at a restaurant. We are walking, go, because we know that people like that. So that's the other thing is know what the viewers want and keep on feeding them that, right? Because we've noticed that if you stop and sit down for a couple hours, then the viewers go down, right? Because they just want to see action, like nonstop.
Okay. Yeah, that's a good point. That's an excellent point. Stay moving.
And I would also say, you know, get involved in the community, because I mean, he gave the example of Gambling Granny. She was one of the first channels that hopped into one of our videos, and I think it was one of our early vlogs that was probably terrible. But she, you know, stopped by and said hi, invited us to her Friday night live stream, and so we, you know, got involved with that, started talking to people in the chat, and you know, then slowly but surely just meeting people in the community. So having kind of that support system and learning from them and kind of sharing and exchanging ideas. I haven't met anybody yet that hasn't been supportive, whether it be, you know, a slots channel, another Vegas channel, a live streamer. It just seems like everybody, you know, there's space for everybody. Everybody just has their own unique kind of niche, I guess.
What and that's what I tell everybody, no matter what niche you're in, just bring your personality to that niche.
Mm-hmm.
And not everybody's going to like it, but there's going to be a lot of people that like it, and you know that those are the people that you want to follow it. Sam says 5-hour streams not enough. We need 24-hour streams.
Is this Canada
This is Sam? It must be our buddy Sam.
What's up,
yes.
Sam?
Hey, Sam.
Yeah, Sam's always in our live streams.
Yes. Love us some Sam.
And Sister Yoshi says, wow, 6 hours. Are they going to beat that the next record next?
My God, it's so funny because we were talking about, you know, we're so exhausted after. It's like when we're going the 6 hours, it's fine, but afterwards we're dead tired. And especially on a Saturday night, we're up and we are out on the road by 8 a.m. because we want to beat the traffic. And RhinoMan, I know you know this, coming, you know, down to this area, that 15 gets horrible if you leave too late. So we're talking about, maybe we should cut it down, like, and not live stream for so long. And what do? We go longer because it's just so much fun.
Exactly.
Yeah, I think being like, for us, we don't fake it. We just basically, we are ourselves, and the people that return and to watch us, and they like who we are, they like our personality. But we've also had comments where people say like, oh, you know, we noticed that you said this and this, and you should not say that. And it's basically, we basically say, you know what, that is that's who we are.
Yeah.
You know, hopefully you like the other 90% of us, but we're not going to change just for one or two people, right? We hopefully, for the most part, they enjoy watching us.
Yeah. And you know, when we're not in our 20s, we're not clubbing and partying or anything like that. So I get it, people come in there, oh, you guys are boring. Like, okay, bye. You know, like, I'm sure there's somebody else for you, and that's fine. That's why there's so many channels out there.
You know, one example is midway through the live stream, she needs to use the restroom, right? She goes to the restroom. I'm waiting outside, and you know, I usually make fun. We're like, okay, guys, let's keep a time check, right? If it's 1 to 3 minutes, it's number one. If it's over 3 minutes, it's number two. So, you know, it's a simple joke, no harm, no foul. It's all part of the having fun. And then we get somebody that says like, oh, you know, you shouldn't say that. That's kind of disgusting. That, you know, I really recommend that you don't say that. It's like,
but we're not
going to change.
Let me ask you this, Enrique, because I think I already know the answer. If the cameras weren't on and she went into the restroom, she was there 5 or 10 minutes, you would have been like, wow, that must have been number 2, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So it would be, you would say that no matter what.
Exactly.
We joke around probably worse when we're off camera. Honestly, we might tame it down a little for the live stream. We've been married for 25 years. I mean, if you can't have a little fun with your, you know, with your partner, then I mean, what fun is life? So we bring that to the live stream.
Then with the live streams, we have to, you're live, right? So you got to make sure that whatever you're saying, it's going to be out there forever. You can't take it back, right? So you got to make sure that you don't get shit-faced and get drunk, because then that's when you say stupid stuff. Melissa likes to drink water, right? I do like to drink Modelo, so I think I hit a nerve there, right? No matter.
Did Tim come out? Did Tim come out?
Because you know that's one of the reasons I can't go live all the time, because Tim would be out and Tim would be saying some pretty weird stuff. So
yeah,
and both of us have full-time jobs, right? So we gotta make sure that we don't say something that might come back and hunt you back at the 9 to 5. So yeah, we have fun. You know, we kind of push the limits here and there, but we still make sure that we can keep our 9 to 5.
Well, we want to be respectful of people too. Like, you know, we There's
Exactly. As
don't
long
want
as you
people
guys,
bad mouthing and yeah.
as long as you guys are yourself and you're true to yourself, like somebody said in the chat earlier, just be yourselves and true to yourself. Hey, that's what people are attracted to. Genuine people,
Mhm.
you know.
Yeah. That's I don't know. I can't be a fake person. So
So
we are who we are.
James Spitzer says, Tim the Casino Cowboy. Yes, yes, I am Tim the Casino Cowboy. One of the three amigos. So let me ask you, how much fun have you been having on this journey on YouTube?
Oh my gosh. I don't think if we were not having fun, we wouldn't do it. We have extremely busy jobs. They're very demanding. I swear this is like such an escape from
It
just your
is.
normal 9 to
It's
5. We just have so much fun. Like I jokingly, like I do have some people at my work that know about what I do. Nobody at his work knows what
well,
he
I
does.
haven't told anybody.
Yeah.
If they do know, they haven't told me. But I
Right.
thought, we're still a very small channel that I don't think people know. But again, it goes back to me being an introvert, a shy guy. Yeah, I don't even tell my coworkers that I have a YouTube channel.
But my coworkers, a few of them know, and it's kind of the joke. It's my second life. It's my double life. So
Hey, but
it's
look,
fun.
you guys have been parents. You guys have done everything. You've raised your kids. You've done everything that you've needed to do as parents. You've worked your jobs. Hey, have fun. And if YouTubing is fun, then I suggest just keep doing it as much as you can.
We never complain like, oh shoot, we gotta go live stream this weekend. It's actually we look forward to it, right?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
We never. It's never like we don't see it as a job. We see it as a way to go and chit chat and talk to Sam and who else was on there like
Salmon Fella,
and Tracy
Granny,
J.
Juan Vasquez.
Yeah, so a lot of the people that are here, we enjoy talking to them, and some of them will watch us all 6 hours.
Nice.
John Ferreira.
We don't expect that, right? Because it's 6 hours. Some of them make fun of us, like, "Hey, I went to the show, I watched Titanic for 3 hours, came back, and you guys are still live," right? So we don't expect, even if you join us for 10 minutes, it's much appreciated.
Yeah.
We have everybody's got busy lives, and yeah, we don't expect anybody to watch us for 6 hours.
Yeah, I think if the day ever comes we didn't think it was fun, we wouldn't do it anymore.
Okay, so I had a question. When you first started out, I know both of you guys were a little nervous to do the live streams, obviously, but 6 hours, you just jump right into it, and then you forget the camera's on, I'll bet.
Mm-hmm. Pretty much.
Yeah.
I mean, we have to be conscious, right? Because we're talking to people in the chat. So for that reason, I mean, there's a little filter on, just because I don't want to come across as, again, for the 9 to 5, right? But no, we're for real. It's like we're just, again, like we're hanging out with friends. That's how it feels. Like the people that come into the chat, like I don't even know how I remember. I swear I'm getting old. I don't remember stuff very well, but somehow I remember, like when Enrique said, "Oh, Sam from Canada," right? Like I remember little things about people when they come in the chat because it feels like they're just an old friend who I can't see because they're just in the chat, but they just feel like friends that we're talking to. It's amazing. It's amazing.
Okay, so now that we're on the friend subject, how many people have you met doing YouTube that you would have never met any other way?
Oh my goodness.
So many people. I mean, last year at Granny Fest,
I think there was like 150 people there, right? A lot of them were YouTubers. So we got to meet a lot of people.
And we didn't even meet everybody that was there. I realized after the fact, we were still relatively newer to the community. So there were several people that were there that I'm like, you were at Granny Fest? I didn't know. And
2 weeks ago with a Kino wedding.
Yes.
Again, we were fortunate and honored to be invited to their wedding. So we took a couple.
I didn't get an invite.
Oh man, yeah, you have to. We've gotten shit drunk with them several times, so we've earned our. No, I'm just kidding.
Okay, hey, Kino's, I'll be happy to do that with you anytime.
Yeah, Kino's got some incriminated pictures of me, so I gotta
He has to speak very highly of him at all times.
Yeah.
No, but yeah, at the keynote wedding, there were a whole bunch of other people that we had not met before, and
a lot of YouTubers.
We've met.
I mean, we say YouTubers, but they're like real people. They're, you know, a lot of them, I would say most of them are authentic. They want to hang out and have fun with you. So yeah, I would say that's one of the other perks of, it's not just the people on the chat, but the people that you met in real person there in Vegas during the different events. There's like Rocktober, which is hosted by Vegas Best Ideas, and then there's Granny Fest hosted by Granny and Dice. There's Hollapalooza. There's VBI, and they're gonna do another event. So we got to know about Vegas events that we would not known of if we wouldn't have started the channel.
Yeah.
And again, we're grateful that they consider us, that they reach out and invite us. Because that's the thing, that back home, we don't have a lot of friends. We are very homebodies, very we don't have a lot of friends. So we appreciate every single person that extends an invitation to, whether it's a wedding or an event. That means a lot to us, just because we don't have a lot of friends. And I think that YouTube has.
I'm just kidding.
I'm gonna
choice.
Start.
We're just too busy.
So Tracy J says shout outs to their sons, Tom E and Taco Lover.
Yeah, those are our adopted sons.
Those are two of our adopted sons. So Tom E, I think he's turning 60 this year. He walked a whole 5-hour live stream with us.
Same with Taco Lover. He walked about 4 hours with us. So both, they were there with us. So Rhino, no pressure, but Tommy did 6 hours. Taco Lover did 4 hours.
Hey, I'm down. I have a backpack that's a cooler. I could put my beers in the back. Hey,
perfect.
That's all you need.
Or do what Enrique does. Just get the guy with the cooler on the strip and pay $5 for your beer.
It's pretty good to be able to buy a beer on the sidewalk for $5. That's actually pretty good.
Yeah, that's a deal.
Might not be legal, but
yeah. This segment of Rhino Slots was brought to you by Corona Premier, La Cerveza Especial. 2.5 net carbs, 90 calories.
Hey, there you go. When you got to get your workout in and still want to drink.
Yeah.
That's right.
That's what I do. I do like to drink light beer during the week so I can be able to function the next day. But then on Friday night, Saturday night is where I drink Modelos.
Or 805.
Or 805, yeah.
So where's the best spot to get a drink on Fremont Street?
Well, Fremont Street's hard, right? Because you're only supposed to be able to drink from the bars. And so the stores in the Fremont Experience don't sell alcohol, but you can kind of go out into, or I think the ABC store.
Inside, you can buy beer inside. You just can't buy beer outside. There's a ABC store, right? Or a Walgreens outside.
Yeah.
And it just sells water. It does not sell beer. You have to actually go into Fremont Street so they can charge you.
I think it's the ABC store that's inside that you can buy a beer. So that's going to be your cheapest bet, because going to the bar, I mean, you're talking probably, I think it's at least $10 for a beer.
Well, the big
one's
tall one is 16.
16, yeah. The tall.
If you go to there's the Circa bar or the
D.
The D bar. Yeah, it's $16 for it's a big beer, but it's not worth $16. Same with on this last live stream in Vegas on the Strip on Friday, in front of New York, they had a tall can of Modelo and it was $16. And across the street at the ABC store, it was $4, right? So again, just walk an extra 2 minutes and you can get 4 for the price of what they were trying to sell. It's a convenience. There's a little card. It's in a nice chest. It's probably part of New York. Yeah. But $16 for a beer, not today.
So the Fremont Street, they used to make the micheladas. Now they only have them in the cans. But before the pandemic, they used to make the micheladas there, and they were really good. I would pay the $16 for the big,
the michelada, yeah.
Yeah, but
yeah. And then we've had people that come and find us and bring us a drink. Right? There's this one guy that we met several times. His name is Watsnix, right? And he brought Melissa a drink, and that drink was loaded because that night she was feeling it. She was starting to.
I usually don't drink in the live stream because I don't want to say something stupid, but I let it. I drank it, and you know, my inner.
He brought me a tall can of Modelo, and then he was so nice and generous. He gave us a live super chat of $100.
Yeah.
It was like a crispy $100 bill.
There's another thing too. The first time we ever met a subscriber, one of our first live streams, he tried to give us like a $20 in person.
Something Bandit, right? What was his name? Something Bandit.
Yes, yeah. I'm just.
He was the
blanking
first
right now.
person that we met that he tried to give us a super chat.
Dave Bandit. Dave Bandit. Yeah.
And but we were.
I said no. I'm like, don't just put it in a machine for me. Like
it was kind of awkward. We didn't know, but yeah, now we know, and now it's like, thank you.
You know what? It's one of those awkward things. Like you feel weird about taking money from somebody, and I realize, you know what, they're doing it because they want to support us. They understand that we have expenses and trying to go to Vegas and provide the content to people. So I'm like, I'm not gonna. I learned from that, and that's what everybody actually in the chat said. Don't deny it. Just take it. Exactly.
Hey guys, and live super chats are the best because YouTube doesn't get the 30%.
Exactly.
SoCal today, Florida tomorrow. Thank you for coming in. Ronald Parada, thank you for coming in. Really appreciate it. But yeah, the super chats are great, especially when they come live. It makes you feel like a rock star. It really does. When people recognize you, and you're just walking down the street.
Mm-hmm. It's so funny.
Yeah, this past weekend we stayed at El Cortez, right?
First time, yeah.
We weren't live streaming. We were actually gonna go to Evil Pie in Fremont Street to get a slice of pizza, and there was a couple that was there on the front desk, and the guy looks at me and his eyes popped out, and he's kind of like, "Hold on," and he turns to his wife. He's like, "It's up in our way." So it's kind of funny that somebody would get excited to see us and come say hi. We extended an offer, said, "Hey, join us for pizza," but they had just had a big dinner, and they're like, "No, thank you, we'll pass." But they did find us later on that night, and they showed up with a water for Melissa because they know that she don't drink, and then a tall can of Modelo for me.
Hey.
So yeah, it's
yeah.
Hey guys, if you see me walking on Fremont Street, Corona, tall can, short can, any kind of can, I would love it.
As long as it says beer or cerveza on it, that's right.
Exactly. Cerveza más fina.
Yes.
So where did you get the name Up, and Away and Our Way?
Okay.
Sorry.
So when we started the channel, it was supposed to be about travel hacking, and we were going to talk about finances because we've done things just differently, I guess, over our lifetime than maybe other people do. And so
like Up, and Away, right? It's kind of like a plane, right? Up and away.
So travel.
So we basically said up in our way.
But we're doing things our way, right? And so that's kind of where it came from. And so even though we evolved into a Vegas channel, we just never changed our name.
We thought about changing our name.
We've talked about changing our name. We even have ideas in our head about it, but it's kind of like,
will that impact the channel, or people already know who Up and Our Way is? So yeah. We have a name already picked out. Like if we were to change it, but we're not gonna say the name, but we have it picked out. We're not sure we should.
Puppet Master. No.
The Puppet Master. Yes. Yes. No, but because we are almost exclusively Vegas content now, it would make sense for us to have something that really a channel name that aligns us with Vegas. But we don't right now. Obviously, we're doing okay, but it's something we think about a lot.
No, I think you guys are doing fabulous. You guys are doing a great job. What I want to know is, what do you have planned next for your channel? I mean, like you say, you got to keep innovating. You found something that's working for you. How are you going to not stay stagnant and keep improving on that?
There's like, for example, we hesitated on having memberships. Melissa's like, "No, we should not have memberships." But then people ask, how can we contribute? We want to have membership. So then next thing you know, we have a membership, right? And then same with going back to like the phrases, right? The slogans, like, "Oh, you need some merchandise. If you were to put that on a t-shirt, I would buy one for me and my whole family." So maybe look into merchandise.
Well,
think
I know you're getting the mics. You're working on new equipment. You're doing all of those things, the gimbals and everything that you need to do. I just was wondering, do you have like thoughts of, um, you know, like you said,
content.
scripted videos that you plan? Do you have thoughts of how to increase what you're doing? Whether you have to move to Vegas? No, I'm
I
joking.
know, I know.
Um, or you have to start taking trips more often, or
I think 2 weeks, every 2 weeks is probably the most we could muster up, and I think I don't think it would be hard for us to get up and move, and we like it here, so it's nice to get away though to Vegas. But yeah, I think we're always talking about ways that we can do things a little bit differently, and I also don't want to like there's a lot of great channels out there, but like how do we set ourselves aside from it? And I think part of it too is, and when you're a creator and you're learning, I mean, we knew nothing about recording, editing, audio, especially the editing. If you're recording things like vlogs, and Yoshi, I'll go check out your vlog, but it's a lot of work and it's hard if you don't know what you're doing. And so we're gradually getting better at that and learning more and more. So I think just making the effort to create, do different things with our videos that make them more appealing and attractive. So it's not just the content, but it's like the actual, it's not the content like what you're talking about, but it's also the visuals. How can I make improvements to the visuals and study a little bit more? I mean, one of the things it's hard because we do work very busy jobs, and I go to Vegas every 2 weeks. So trying to find the time to like take a class and do something like that to really dive into it.
I think the one thing that we talked about doing is putting out more content, because right now it's 1 week it's a video, like usually on a Friday or Saturday night, and then the next week it's a live stream. So we talked about should we do 2 videos per week, right? But that just means that it's that much more work, right?
Yeah.
But so that's one thing that we talked about, maybe doing more content to. But yeah,
real
yeah,
quick, let me say thank you, Kaz, for the $1 super chat. Really appreciate it. Scotty H Town comes in with the $9.99 super chat. Thank you for the live, 100% fun. Really appreciate it, Scotty.
Very
Thank
nice,
you.
Cass and Scotty.
Thanks for supporting RhinoMan. He's awesome.
Thank you, guys. So it is the work. If you're going to put out 2 videos, then that adds a little bit more to the plate. But
the one thing that we talked about, Rhino, last night was that this YouTube channel we've never intended, and to this day we're not using it as it's gonna be our early retirement, right? I worked since I was 15. I've never been out of a job. I've always been saving, investing. So we have other means to try to get us to retirement. So our goal was always that if this YouTube channel can pay for our travel, then we check the box. That's all we needed, right? To travel for free. So that's our ultimate goal, is to use this YouTube channel to travel for free, and then our other stuff that we've saved on the side to retire. Yeah, we don't think that we're gonna
blow up and become this channel that has all this money coming in. It's not likely, but it's.
But here's the thing. First, Sam says 4 shows a month makes it more special. That's why I watch all 6 hours.
Thank you, Sam.
Thank you, Sam.
So that's much appreciated. You have a loyal following of fans that watch your channel, but what you're doing today and the things that you're doing, you're enjoying doing them. Yeah, so definitely. With that being said, just keep enjoying doing them. Who knows what's going to happen a year from now, 5 months from now? You don't know. People might go back and watch your videos. You might blow up. Who knows? But as long as you're having fun with it, just keep doing it. Keep banging it out until you're not having fun anymore, and then switch to something else.
Yeah, and then we're still a little bit lost, right? Because like right now we have 4,400 subscribers. For us, that's shocking. When we first when we first created the YouTube channel, we were thinking 1,000 would be like a far reach, and now we're a little bit shocked that shoot, should we slow down? What's happening here? 4,400, right? 20,000 views on a live stream. So we're a little bit shocked, a little bit lost. We're still trying to figure out what to do. Yeah, it's one of those things where, what do you do with it, right? How much do you press on this?
One Vasquez says that's what all the big YouTubers thought, though. Then they blew up.
Oh, Juan Vasquez.
I think Juan Vasquez was on our live stream when I hit the Ultra at the Casino Royale. So during the live stream, I hit an Ultra, and I think it was like $918. And I usually don't cuss. I'm not a cussing type of guy. But during that live stream, I dropped the F-bomb, and I think they were making fun of me, like, because I was dropping the F-bomb there on the. But it was exciting to hit the $918 during a live stream.
Jessica, awesome. Thanks for subscribing. That's so nice.
So did Ronald. Ronald did as well.
Oh, thank you, Ronald. Ronald and really, Jessica.
Really
thank you. That's awesome.
Hey, you got another couple there. They're going to find you in Vegas and start walking with you.
That's awesome. I hope so.
So that was one of my next questions. Do you invite people to come and find you to walk with you while you're doing your streams?
If they find us, they find us. I don't want to ever interrupt somebody's Vegas trip to just be on our live stream. But if they want to, hey, we were more than welcome. If the last time we were in Vegas, Tom E, our adopted son, he was there and he was holding up a homemade sign said we'll live stream for modelos or something like that. It was hilarious. And so
thank you for coming in. Really appreciate it.
Also, I don't know if this is the live stream or the previous one. We ran into Jesse Jimenez. He's one, he's in our live streams quite a bit. And we were walking out of Harris, right? And he was walking in and stopped, said hi. And he's like, oh, are you guys gonna be live streaming? He's like, yeah. And we invite them. If you see us, come join us. So we do extend an invitation, but we don't expect them. If they do, great. We can have a modelo and chat there. But if not, then I totally get it that they're there for Vegas for them.
It's on vacation, right? Yeah. We're there, and we're there every 2 weeks, and so we get to be there all the time.
Okay, I had two questions about that. First, if they're watching you and they're in Vegas, then yes, come on down because they took the time to be watching you and they want to see you. So yeah, come on down. Exactly.
Sure.
The other question is, you guys are in Vegas every other week. Do you get bored, or does it get too familiar to you? And I asked this on a previous episode. One of my first questions is, I lived in San Francisco for so long, but I never went to Alcatraz, never went to the sites, never did anything. I took it for granted I lived there. As soon as I moved away, the first time I went back, I went to Alcatraz. You know what I mean? So
you hit it like a tourist instead of like a resident.
Exactly.
And it's interesting because when we used to go to Vegas before having a YouTube channel, we would go to the Strip, we would gamble, and we would just gamble and gamble and gamble. And that's how we spent our days. And we do love gambling. Don't get me wrong. We still try to hit the slots while we're there. Got to keep those free rooms coming, But now that having this YouTube channel, we have found more places in Vegas that we never even knew existed. Like we hit up the Ferguson Motel. It was the old Ferguson Motel. They revamped into these stores and little restaurants, and they have that one. It's called the Big Rig Jig. It's this truck thing that's on its side, and it's this cool kind of art attraction. It's like the Arts District. I had never really been to the Arts District before, and we have been to Vegas. Now we've estimated we've been to Vegas about 125 times. But before doing the YouTube channel, we had probably been to Vegas almost 100 times, and we had never seen a lot of the things that we're seeing now.
And then we do most of the time we drive, so we'll drive off the Strip to eat at the local restaurants, for breakfast, or we'll try to find the hole in the walls where even if it takes us 15 minutes to get there, still in Vegas, but off the Strip. So that keeps it interesting too.
Yeah.
So do you guys like Korean barbecue?
Yeah.
Okay. Captain Six. Look it up. It's off the strip. You won't be disappointed. One of the better Korean restaurants. It's a little dive in way back in the corner of a little strip mall, but you guys will love it so much. It's excellent. Every time we go there, we stop there.
Nice.
Looks like somebody's drinking Modelos under the table.
Jessica's gonna drink you under the table with Modelos.
Cheers.
There
Salud.
you go. Hey,
Better
guys,
watch out.
I'll-
They're gonna join us on our live stream. I think earlier she said they live 15 minutes from the strip, so they're gonna join you in there. She's gonna outdrink you.
we've been on for a little over an hour now. I know you guys got to get up early to go to work, get ready for Vegas, and then swing by and pick me up. So
Right.
I'm gonna let you say bye to everybody right now, and we'll go ahead and end this live stream, and then hopefully meet up with you guys in Vegas. I know gambling Granny's got Granny Fest in October. I will definitely be there for that.
Nice.
But if you're going every other weekend, I'm sure we could arrange something where I can meet up with you and do that 6-hour long walk with you as well.
Yes, you have to. Now you said it live, so now we're gonna force you into it, and
Hey,
you can take us
hold
to your
me to
favorite
it.
spots for gambling, and we can show you around our favorite spots for live streaming. It'll be a lot of fun.
There you go.
But yes,
I will
we can't see.
really
I can't
enjoy
see the
that.
people in the chat here. But,
well, yeah, I
mean,
guess.
you have it over here. Or?
No, well, that's okay. I'm just gonna say a general goodbye to everybody. So you guys, thank you so much for coming on tonight.
Oh,
and
I need to get my.
for oh, he has to get our dog now. Oh yeah. So for those of you who join us on our live streams, because we talk about Zoe all the time. Here's Zoe, the little fat doggy.
Wow,
Zoe.
she's beautiful.
Yeah, she's our little baby. She's our daughter now.
She's like, put me on camera. I don't want to be on camera.
I know she
She's
doesn't
like,
want to
I'm
be on
shy.
camera. Her ears are like all funky back. Yeah. Anyway, so you guys, thank you so much for being here tonight. Thank you for joining. For those who follow RhinoMan Slots, thanks for those who subscribe to our channel from being here, and for those of you who come in our live streams, make sure you subscribe to RhinoMan as well. And we just appreciate you guys checking in with us. This was so much fun. This is our first interview.
Hey,
it is our first interview.
You divergenized us.
No, thank you for that. Thank you for that. And you'll be the first walking channel that I go on with, and
nice.
We could walk Fremont Street. I'll be there the whole time, guys. I really want to thank you guys for coming on. I really do appreciate it. You guys are doing an amazing job, and I continue to want to see you grow and expand and do everything that you possibly can with this. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Same to you and all the other channels out there. I think we need to support each other and try to help each other out, because there's an audience for everybody.
Oh, without a doubt.
Yeah, for sure.
Without a doubt. Hey guys, until next time, let the good times roll. We will see you then. Thank you for tuning in. Bye.